Running was Olympic skier Eileen Gu's big thing in high school, and she has an impressive marathon time. Chinese-American freestyle skier Eileen Gu was one of the breakout stars of the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympic Games. Having claimed 6 Olympic medals in total, including gold in the halfpipe this year, she is now the most decorated freestyle skier, male or female, in Olympic history. She has also made headlines for her ability to balance elite athletics with a lucrative modeling career and studying international relations at Stanford University. But in a sliding doors moment when she was 16 years old, she almost skipped her first Free Ski World Cup to compete with her high school in the state cross-country championship. In an episode of the Burnouts podcast recorded last summer, Gu, now 22, shared that she was a skiing weekend warrior while competing for San Francisco University High School's cross-country and track teams. "The skiing thing happened by accident," she said. "I always loved skiing growing up. I grew up in San Francisco and did the weekend warrior thing, the 4-hour drive to Tahoe. I was skiing 2 days a week. I probably had 45 to 50 days on the mountain. By no means was I a professional skier or training. I was running cross-country and track in high school and that was my big thing. I thought that I was going to be recruited." As a freshman, she was a consistent number 2 or 3 runner on the cross-country team, placing 40th at the 2017 CIF State Cross-Country Championships in 20 minutes and 11.70 seconds for 3 miles and helping the Red Devils to a runner-up team finish in Division 5. As a freshman on the track, she ran 11 minutes and 55.90 seconds for 3200 m, 5 minutes and 31.98 seconds for 1600 m and 2 minutes and 36.07 seconds for 800 m. When she was 16, Gu shared on the podcast that she was invited to her first Free Ski World Cup event as the alternate of the alternate, after one athlete got injured and the next athlete in line had a visa issue. "It was this one-time opportunity for me to go to a World Cup," she said. "It was the same weekend as my state championships and I actually picked running because I was like, I'm going to be a runner, this is my thing. Then, at the last minute, my teammates' parents came to me and my mum and said, 'We really appreciate what you're doing for our girls, it's a team sport. But if it was our daughter, we would have them go to the World Cup.'" Buoyed by the vote of confidence, Gu attended the event and scored enough points to get invited back with her own spot the following year. She took second place. Her third appearance at the World Cup resulted in victory, and the rest is history. Even now, Gu is an avid runner and attributes her endurance in skiing to her distance running training. She was the only woman to compete in all 3 free ski events, slopestyle, halfpipe and big air, and the schedule was grueling. The big air final prevented her from attending a crucial training session for halfpipe, but her efforts paid off with 3 medals. "This is why I run so much," she said in a press conference before her final event, the halfpipe. "I do 3 events, I build up my VO2 max, I work hard so that I can go back to back to back and compete for 3 weeks with no off days." Gu previously told Chinese news outlet INF News that she trained up to 10 miles per day while preparing for the Marathon pour Tues, the mass participation race in Paris that was held in conjunction with the Olympic Games in 2024. This was her debut marathon and she ran the distance in 3 hours 24 minutes and 36 seconds. She also ran the 2022 San Francisco Half Marathon in 1 hour 41 minutes and 7 seconds, finishing second in her age group. Fancy giving our marathon plans a try? For a limited time only, we're giving customers the chance to unlock 14 days of free access to our complete training plan library on the Runner's World UK app. When people think of Eileen Gu, they picture snow, the sharp carve of skis against a half-pipe wall, the explosive height of a freestyle jump, the effortless poise of an athlete who seems to bend gravity to her will. Olympic gold medals, X Games dominance, fashion runways, academic excellence, her story often reads like a highlight reel set on fast forward. But long before podiums and primetime broadcasts, before global headlines and historic wins, there was something quieter. Something rhythmic. Something steady. Running. In high school, running was Eileen Gu's big thing. Not skiing. Not sponsorships. Not social media. Running. And while the world knows her for soaring through icy air, there's something deeply revealing about the fact that her foundation, the habit that shaped her discipline and mindset, was built on pavement, breath, and miles. The simplicity of running. Skiing is technical. It's explosive. It demands fearlessness, timing, coordination, and artistry. It requires mountains, snow, equipment, coaches, weather windows. Running requires shoes. That's it. It is perhaps the most democratic sport in the world. You versus distance. You versus time. You versus the voice in your head that asks, "Can I stop now?" For a high school student balancing academics and elite training, running offered something grounding. It was portable. It was consistent. It was controllable. While skiing depends on seasons, running is available year-round. Rain or shine, early morning or late evening, it waits patiently. For Jiyu, running became more than conditioning. It became identity. Why running matters for an elite skier. At first glance, distance running and freestyle skiing seem worlds apart. One is endurance. The other is explosive power. One is measured in miles. The other in seconds. But at the highest level of sport, everything connects. Running builds cardiovascular capacity, the engine that fuels training sessions, recovery, and competition. It strengthens mental resilience, the ability to endure discomfort without quitting. It sharpens discipline, the habit of showing up daily, regardless of mood. And perhaps most importantly, it builds mental stamina. Freestyle skiing competitions may last seconds, but the preparation lasts years. The pressure can be suffocating. The margin for error is razor thin. Running trains you to stay calm inside discomfort. When your lungs burn at mile 20 of a marathon, panic won't help. You breathe. You focus. You keep moving. That skill translates everywhere. An impressive marathon time. Not only did Jiyu run seriously in high school, she posted an impressive marathon time, one that many dedicated adult runners would envy. Running a marathon, 26.2 miles, is no casual accomplishment. It requires months of preparation, progressive mileage, careful pacing, and extraordinary mental commitment. To do so as a high school student balancing elite skiing and academics? That's rare. It speaks to a particular type of drive. Not the flashy, highlight-driven ambition that seeks applause, but the quieter, long-haul ambition that builds excellence brick by brick. Marathons are unforgiving teachers. Start too fast, and you pay later. Neglect recovery, and injury follows. Ignore fueling, and your body revolts. They demand respect. And respect is something Jiyu clearly understands, for sport, for preparation, for the process. The discipline behind the glamour. It's easy to romanticize talent. To assume that champions are born different. But stories like this remind us that greatness is rarely accidental.